Hey, what's going on, guys? Matthew Macetic, Remax First Choice here. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's not exactly what I'd originally planned. Originally, I was going to be going over those real estate agent shows and kind of telling you guys what I honestly think about it. And then someone sent me a show called Selling Sunset. And I hated it so much, I chose to dedicate an entire video talking about how much I hated it. So to give you a quick overview, Selling Sunset premiered on Netflix last year. It follows the Oppenheim Group, or the Oppenheim Group, I still don't know how to say their name. They're this really luxury, high-end real estate group out of LA. They're right on Sunset Boulevard, hence the name Selling Sunset. Anyway, it kind of follows these agents around day-to-day life, them selling these beautiful houses. But it sounds great, and I think it was opportunity squandered because Netflix did an absolutely terrible job at portraying real estate agents and the industry overall. I mean, first of all, the show itself is awful. I don't know what direction they were going because it's a weird format. They have a lot of Real Housewives kind of drama, a little bit of real estate content, more Real Housewives drama, some random scene where they're doing random LA kind of lifestyle stuff. And the episode kind of ends and it just goes on and on for the entire season. I don't know if they got renewed for a second season. I hope they didn't. And to be clear, I don't even think it was the characters or the agents that made the bad show. I think they're all really good with one exception I'll go over. It was really, I think, how Netflix put it together. Jason Oppenheim did an interview after the show premiered, and in that interview he seemed like a totally different person than he was portrayed on the show. And the same goes for all the agents on there. Most of them had some kind of post-premiere interview, and they all seem very different in that interview than they did on the show. So again, I don't think it was them. I kind of think just how Netflix put all the footage they have together, and I think a lot of it just out of context. It glamorizes the industry and it kind of makes everyone just look really bad. So the first impression I had of the show put a really bad taste in my mouth. It's the scene I'll show you where this one agent, I actually think she's just a bad agent. I don't know, maybe Netflix, maybe this is scripted, maybe Netflix set all this up, but my gut's telling me she's just a bad agent. But anyway, it's this scene where this agent's walking these buyers through this house, and keep in mind these are her buyers. She's supposed to be representing them and their best interest and not just, you know, pushing them a house just to get her commission check. Anyway, the scene is she's like walking these buyers through her house. They're saying they don't like it, and she's being like super pushy.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the flooring, but she's buying a $10 million home. She can just put in new floors.
And then it cuts to this talking head segment where she's just bashing these buyers.
Oh, I don't like the gas stove. Bitch, you don't even cook, okay?
And a lot of shows do this, but in this instance, I feel like honestly, it's kind of personal and it's quite frankly really hurtful. I'm sure when they go back and see this interview anyway, it's just a scene where it's cutting to her walking through the house. They have some objection. She's just being super pushy. It cuts to a talking head segment where she's talking about the buyers or how good of an agent she is.
Real estate is a mind game. I mean, I Bobby Fischer the shit out of situations because they don't know what they want until they see it. We love this bathroom. Pocket sliding doors, and the shower is amazing with the skylight. I knew real estate wasn't going to be easy, but I knew it would be easier for me than it would anyone else.
And then it cuts back to, you know, buyers basically being like, we don't like this house, and then the agent being like, well, let's write an offer, and then, you know, they say they don't want to, and then the agent bashes the buyers again.
But you know, not everyone has good taste, so what can you say?
So I think that scene makes realtors look really pushy when in reality, I don't know too many agents like that. This next scene, it might have been out of context because again, this agent in that post-premiere interview was even saying how he doesn't like how the industry is glamorized on TV. But in this instance, he kind of does that. I don't know if it was Netflix and the producers kind of taking what he said and putting it out of context, or if it was scripted, but they're all sitting around at dinner and this agent, or he's actually the owner of the office, Jason Oppenheim, he mentions how he got a $40 million buyer from an open house.
This guy comes in, and I'm like, oh, do you like the house? He's like, no, it's not really the price point I'm looking for. I'm like, what price point are you looking for? He's like, oh, 20 to 40.
What?
I'm like, $40 million buyer from an open house.
A $40 million buyer. Now let me tell you something. As a real estate agent hosting open houses in 2020, you're lucky if you get a $40 buyer. So I think in this instance, he is really glamorizing the industry. This next scene, I think, more accurately depicts open houses. This agent, I forget her name, but I actually like her. She's pretty down to earth compared to most of the other agents anyway. She's like walking up the street with all these signs. She's kind of struggling, typical open house stuff. And then she's in the open house and she's kind of just like waiting for buyers to come through, kind of just sitting around. Typical open house stuff. And then when buyers do come through, there's some like really awkward interaction.
How beautiful this is. You get the fancy exit, you have to see all the perks. All right, we'll meet you on the main floor. Oh. Guys, if you just hit 2, you hit 2 on the elevator.
Typical open house stuff. To be honest, if more scenes were like this, I would like the show a lot more. It's accurately depicting what it's like to be a real estate agent, kind of the struggle of it, and you're still getting to see these amazing houses. I don't know where Netflix was going with this show. Again, it just doesn't make any sense. They have a bunch of weird clips that don't really flow together. They'll have like some real estate stuff and then a bunch of drama and then just like random footage. There's like a scene where they're all playing like beach volleyball together. It's like an 8-minute scene. It has nothing to do with anything, but it's just them playing beach volleyball, and then they're like wrestling with each other. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know what Netflix was thinking when they filmed that scene, or a lot of these scenes, but you know, this show had a lot more opportunity. You have this really amazing group of agents and these beautiful over-the-top houses, which I love, and you could have really made something that people haven't seen before, and they squandered the opportunity by just throwing too much drama into everything. I understand there has to be a little bit of drama to break up the real estate and business stuff, but the entire show is just drama with a little bit of real estate stuff, but they make it seem like it's just a real estate show. So I don't know what they were doing, but again, they really squandered this amazing opportunity to make what could have been a hit show. Anyway, that's what I think of Selling Sunset. I don't know if they're gonna get a second season. I hope not, and if they do, I hope they kind of portray real estate agents in a better light. I hope they accurately depict the entire industry. I hope they do a better job altogether, because again, there's a lot of opportunity there. The pieces for a great show are right in front of them, and if they do get a second season, I hope they use it to their advantage and create what could be a really, really good series. But we'll have to see. Anyway, thank you for listening to my rant. This is Matthew Musetic, or Remax First Choice.